Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, we are here today with a box of stuff. This is a little seagrass container that sits on my desk and things get dumped in it. I don't know what its purpose was to start with. I think that's really its only purpose it's ever had is just to have things dumped in it. So it's been sitting on my desk for years, shall we say. Just having things dumped in it, and it's getting to the point where I just keep on putting things on top of it and never looking in it. And today I thought I might just take things off the top of it and pull it out and see if we can use some of the stuff that's inside. So first of all, we'll have a look, see what we have, and maybe decide to do a project with something in here today. And over the next few weeks I will pull this in every now and again, and we can just use the stuff that's in it and make some stuff and maybe empty this little basket a bit. I'm really not asking to empty it like completely. I'm quite happy to have a box of junk on my desk. It would just be nice if I used it once in a while. So yeah, let's do that. There are always old business cards everywhere. Yeah, I definitely find a couple of those in here. Some stamps that have been cut out of a stamp catalogue, some actual stamps. You can see those strips there are just scrap strips that I have stamped all over with just regular old ink, probably stays on or something like that. Yeah, just to decorate them up a bit because, well, you can't throw anything away. So there's a couple of old Polaroids in there. I don't know, there's just so much stuff. Some book pages that are folded into tags. Yeah, some actual tags that somehow ended up in there instead of where they were supposed to be. So those are pretty much finished. They can just go into my stash. They're good blanks. So yeah, there's all sorts of things in here. I will just sort of sort it out and you can see what's going on. Those book page ones, I will probably bring those back and throw them back in this basket just to decorate them up a bit further at some point. There's even half of an old book in here, so that can go aside. Some of this stuff will go away. I found some fabric scraps. They've gone into my fabric drawer. Yeah. Here's a bunch of microfiche. So I think that's what we'll use today, actually. We'll make some envelopes for the microfiche, and that way we can put them in our stash and they can actually be used. I've also found this pile of old photographs here that have been sort of soaked in a bit of alcohol. They were just junky sort of photographs, and yeah, just thought I'd see what happened to them. Some of them something happened, some of them really didn't, but yeah, I'll put those aside for another project. And today we're going to work with the microfiche. Now I'm going to take a leaf out of the book of the lovely Bonnie from Bonnie and Clive and use my phone book pages to make these envelopes. She has done that multiple times and they look awesome. So I am going to do something similar for these microfiche because, well, they're just exactly the right size. So I'm going to pull out a number of pages and we're just going to make them into simple envelopes to house these microfiche. Now these are about as simple as an envelope gets. We're just folding up the bottom and folding down the top to make the envelope flap. And then I'm just going to sew up each side. You can sew all the way around and you know, up one side and down the other. I just sew the sides. You could just glue these as well if you wished. Sewing was just a simpler way to deal with it as far as I was concerned. But yeah, you may do whatever grabs your fancy. But they are the perfect size for these microfiche, so I'm really quite happy with that. I'll quickly fold the rest of these off camera, and then I'm going to use these strips that are on the left hand side of me here to do a little bit of decorating of the flap before I run off and sew them. So we're using another little thing from that basket. Okay, I'm just going to finish this one off, and then I'm going to take them away and sew on them, and I will come back and show you what they look like. Well, being as they're envelopes and I have this pile of stamps here that have been cut out of a stamp catalogue, we might as well marry the two together and use something else that was in that basket. So I'm going to stick some of these to these envelopes, and then we're just about finished. And yeah, super quick and easy project. Did not do anything to the microfiche. I kind of feel like microfiche is one of those things that we don't have a lot of lying around these days, and they're going to be gone, and I don't really want to alter them, to be honest. Just having a piece in a journal is kind of interesting, so just decided to leave them as they are. But it's nice that they have a little home of their own now. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this little project. If you haven't seen Bonnie's envelopes, go check hers out. I'll put a link in my description below. So anyway, guys, we will get back to this basket another day, but there's something used and something made. Thanks for spending your time with me today, guys. I appreciate it as always, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.